Today we are taking a look at Roxy Migurdia from Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation. This is the competition swimsuit version in the Vivit line by System Service. The story follows a man who is reincarnated as Rudeus Greyrat, who decides to master magic and live earnestly in this new world. Roxy Migurdia appears as a key character who serves as the magic tutor for the young Rudeus during his early years. She is a member of the Migurd race, known for their long lifespans and characteristic blue hair. Today's highlights for this figure are the expansive twin braids, the expressive shading gesture, and the multi-panel competition swimsuit design. The twin braids are sculpted with significant horizontal volume, featuring thick, interlocking block-like patterns that create a rhythmic visual flow across the upper silhouette. The gesture of shielding the forehead is rendered with individually separated fingers that flare naturally to communicate a specific reaction to overhead light. This pose successfully integrates the tilt of the head with the gaze, creating a plausible narrative moment where the character reacts to her environment. The competition swimsuit features a stripe-based panel configuration with distinct color transitions between navy, black, and white sections. These sharp color boundaries and recessed lines emphasize the fit and athletic tension of the attire across the character's form. This channel brings you figure reviews and anime merchandise updates straight from Japan. If you enjoyed this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe. The head is tailored with a slight reduction in scale, keeping the facial features as the primary focal point. The jawline transitions smoothly from the cheek to the chin in a rounded, continuous curve, ensuring the character's gentle appearance is maintained. The chin is not overly pointed, stabilizing the silhouette from the side. The nose is sculpted without a sharp ridge, favoring a soft transition of planes that creates natural volume. This approach avoids harsh shadow lines and preserves a soft quality across the face. The eyes are applied with a focus on depth. The iris printing features concentric layers of blue, transitioning from a darker outer boundary to a brighter central zone. This layered application provides a sense of transparency that mimics a lens. Several high-clarity reflection points are printed across the surface to suggest a wet, reflective eye surface, adding life to the expression. The upper eyelash lines are thickened and extend toward the corners, aligning the gaze with the head tilt and shading gesture. Beneath the eyes, faint blush fades softly from the center, preventing the skin tone from appearing flat. The mouth is rendered with a fine line weight, curving upward in a subtle smile that does not disrupt the balance of the face. The lips are barely defined, keeping focus on the irises. The hair is divided into clear masses, including the fringe, side locks, and twin braids. The bangs are separated into thin tufts that fall across the forehead at varying depths, creating natural shadows. On the crown, a small tuft stands upright as a vertical accent. The large braids extend laterally, with each segment sculpted as a thick, interlocking block. These segments repeat with a consistent rhythm, giving the hair structural integrity. Each block has a clear boundary, preventing the hair from looking like a single mass. The surface reflects light to emphasize the weave thickness. The braids terminate in flared sections secured by ribbons, providing a clean conclusion to the flow. The neck is sculpted with a fine, slender profile that leads naturally into the collarbone area. The surface form around the neck is handled to reflect the physical tension created by the raised arm gesture. The shoulder on the side of the shielding hand is elevated, presenting a smooth, unbroken curve that connects through the armpit and into the side of the torso. This visual continuity ensures that the pose feels integrated and stable. The torso itself is built on a fit, athletic frame that fits the sporty theme of the figure perfectly. The skin surface shows a clear tension where it interacts with the edges of the swimwear, highlighting the shape of the shoulders and the rib cage without relying on exaggerated styling. The lines extending from the collarbone guide the eye toward the center of the chest, creating a sense of physical depth that remains consistent across the upper body. The competition swimsuit utilizes a complex panel-based design. The fabric is divided into 3 color zones: a central vertical black panel, flanking blue panels, and outer white panels. The central black panel follows the chest and abdomen curvature, showing material stretch across the body volume. This creates a visual reference for the swimwear's fit and elasticity. The fabric tension is visible where the black panel meets the blue sections. The top of the swimsuit features thin straps sitting flat against the rounded shoulders, following body contours with alignment. A matte finish across the fabric defines panel depths through soft light diffusion, contrasting with the slightly more reflective quality of the skin. The central black area presents a uniform, dark surface that absorbs light, creating a strong visual anchor for the upper body. This dark section contrasts sharply with the white side panels, which wrap around the ribcage to emphasize the width of the torso. The boundary lines between these colors are crisp, ensuring that the design reads clearly, even from a distance. The transition to the waist is marked by a slight lateral shift, creating a dynamic line carrying the eye downward. The white panels frame the back cutout, highlighting the volume of the upper back as it follows the movement of the raised arm. This panel alignment emphasizes the competition swimwear's fit across the silhouette, ensuring the form remains streamlined. The lower body transition starts at the hips, where the swimsuit cuts high, emphasizing a long, streamlined leg silhouette. The thighs are sculpted with a healthy volume that reflects the character's fit physique. The surface of the upper legs is smooth and continuous, with subtle shape definition visible near the junction with the swimwear. The volume tapers cleanly as it moves toward the knees, creating a professional and balanced athletic profile. The legs are positioned with one limb slightly advanced and the other trailing, maintaining a consistent tension that supports the upright pose fitting for the character. The figure wears high stockings extending to the mid-thigh. These feature dual blue bands at the opening, providing a geometric rhythm and visual break between skin and hosiery. The stocking fit is rendered through a smooth surface, avoiding excessive folding, suggesting high-tension material. The dual bands have precise boundary lines, keeping the transition from the base color sharp. At the foot level, the silhouette is defined by a tiptoe position. The heels are significantly elevated, shifting weight forward. This posing gives the figure a sense of lightness, as if caught in movement or reaching upward. The leg structural integrity remains the focus, avoiding material comparisons while highlighting sculpt lines. This athletic stance is framed by the lateral braid's outward reach, ensuring the lower silhouette feels grounded despite the light foot arrangement. The ankles show subtle shape definition that connects the volume of the calf to the tapered foot silhouette. The extension of the feet while on tiptoe creates long, clean lines that run from the hip down to the pointed toes, emphasizing the verticality of the pose. Every surface in the lower body is managed with a focus on smooth transitions, allowing the viewer's eye to follow the natural flow of the character's posture. The balance of volume between the upper thighs and the slender calves ensures that the figure maintains a fit, sporty aesthetic. This figure is approximately 18 centimeters tall. That's about 7 inches. For size comparison, here's a 350 milliliter can. That's about 12 ounces in the US. Overall, Roxy Migurdia in the Competition Swimsuit version combines a sporty theme with a serene character trait. The design moves away from classic fantasy garments to explore a modern silhouette that emphasizes clean lines and functional color blocking. The head's primary strength lies in the complex hair management, specifically the large twin braids providing massive horizontal presence. These structural elements are balanced by the fine, multi-layered blue eye printing, maintaining the character's calm personality. The face sits naturally within the hair mass, benefiting from subtle nose and jawline transitions that ensure a stable appearance from multiple angles. The interplay between the sharp definition of the bangs and the softer contours of the visible face creates a pleasing visual contrast that draws the eye inward. The body execution centers on the competition swimsuit, using a precise 3-color panel system to define torso volume. The navy, black, and white sections allow for visual clarity, making the garment's fit easy to perceive against the skin. This is supported by a detailed sculpt that emphasizes a fit, healthy physique, particularly in the shoulders and thighs. The pose highlights the design by integrating the shading gesture with a dynamic tiptoe stance. By raising the heels and flaring the fingers, the figure communicates a narrative moment, shading eyes from overhead light while maintaining balance. The surface interaction across the torso ensures the outfit feels like functional equipment tailored to the build, with the matte finish of the fabric providing a clear textural distinction from the smoother, slightly more reflective quality of the skin. This attention to surface variance prevents the figure from appearing uniform or flat under direct lighting. The choice of competition swimwear contrasts with her role as a magic tutor, yet the color palette remains faithful to her established design. The braid's horizontal reach anchors the upper figure, while the tiptoe feet and fit legs provide upward momentum. This balance between weight and lightness defines the sculpture's success. Subtle structural details like the line of the spine and the collarbone add a layer of realism that elevates the figure beyond a simple depiction. The way the twin braids frame the shoulders adds width to the upper silhouette, countering the verticality of the pose and creating a grounded visual foundation despite the elevated heels. Because of that, fans of Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation, or Roxy Migurdia will enjoy this piece. With that focus, collectors who prefer a clean, athletic aesthetic with high-quality hair sculpting should appreciate it. That's it for this video. If there's any part of the figure you liked, feel free to leave a comment and share your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.